Assalamualaikum grade 10 students. As previously we discussed about the Muhammad Khan Janejos government from 1985 to 88. Today in my next topic, the restoration of democracy from 1988 to 1999. I will explain it, and before I am going to explain, you should play my video while opening your books, page number 30, to make sure you understand my topic perfectly. So, as we finished that Mr. Ghulam Ishaq took the oath as a president of the country and announced election to be held in next 90 days. President Ghulam Ishaq fulfilled his promise and held election on 16 November 1988. Since Pakistan People's Party had won 92 seats and Islami Jamhuri Ittehad IJI 54 seats in the National Assembly. Therefore, Ghulam Ishaq Khan invited Benazir Bhutto, being the leader of the majority party, to form the government, which she accepted. Benazir's government first term 1988 to 1990. On December 1988, Benazir Bhutto took oath as the Prime Minister of the Pakistan. The IJI elected Mian Nawaz Sharif as a Chief Minister of Punjab. After taking over the government, Benazir took the following steps. Number 1. Political detainees were released and ban on student organization was lifted. So Benazir Bhutto, as she came into the power and she took the oath as a Prime Minister of the Pakistan, she done the first step was that she should lift the retains of student organization. Second point, newspapers and television were freed from government influence. So newspaper and television were free from government influence, that government people will not influence what in newspapers and in televisions, that newspaper and televisions should get freedom of speak, that what should they want to speak they can or they could. The third point, thousands of jobless were employed under the Prime Minister's employment scheme. The third step that she took. Fourth step, the foreign exchange reserves, which had drastically reduced, were increased to triple. Fifth point or fifth step that she took when she came as a Prime Minister of Pakistan. Federal government initiated a development program at country level called People's Works Program. Sixth one, international economic diplomacy proved successfully. As a result, Pakistan obtained concessions in the repayment terms of foreign loans, receiving economic assistance of over $3 billion was one of her great achievement. Number 7. The fourth SAARC Summit Conference was held at Islamabad during Benazir's government. The treaty between Pakistan and India of not attacking each other's nuclear installations was also signed during her government. Benazir Bhutto considered the 8th Amendment unconstitutional as a threat to her government, or she treated the 8th Amendment as a threat to her government. She started consulting opposition parties to get it annulled, but opposition wanted to abolish all the amendments made in the 1973 constitution, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto had also entrusted more powers to the Prime Minister through certain amendments. This demand was acceptable to Benazir Bhutto. Therefore, the 8th Amendment could not be annulled, which annually caused the dismissal of her government. Due to majority of seats in Punjab, in the election of November 1988, the office of the Chief Minister was held by Nawaz Sharif. He and Benazir Bhutto could not develop friendly working relationship, which resulted in political instability in the country. Eventually, on 6 August 1990, President Ghulam Issa dissolved the assembly by exercising his powers. Under the 8th Amendment, the state of emergency was declared. So that this was the fact and figures about the Benazir's government first term 1988 to 1990. I will explain you about the Nawaz Sharif's government first term 1990 to 1993 in my next video. Till that, if you have any sort of confusion or you want to ask any question, you can ask me in Google Classroom in the comment section and I will give you a reply over there. Thank you very much.